Welcome back to the episode. We are again in the camp, and it's time for us to talk to everyone. Starting with Wyll right now, because Wyll was kind of on the sidelines. What we did is
another step forward.
We saved who was the other one called? Mizora. And now let's see how happy he is that he has 6 months of probation.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure, we're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun.
Oh, okay. So it's about the main mission now. Very interesting. So the Absolute's cold has Raven Guard. How will they take him?
Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them.
Now how do we actually reach them in time? That's a question. Now what do you know about Gortash and Orin?
Orin? I'd never heard tell of. But Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these Chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like.
Interesting. Mizora said you can say what lead to your pact and exile. It's time I know the truth.
Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it?
Interesting. Depends on what kind of siege it is. I give my life if I means keeping the residents safe. Really? I wouldn't give up my soul if that's what you're getting at. The place could burn to cinder for all I care. Depends. Definitely kinda depends. Do you need to free the residents or to keep them safe? Now this is the righteous part of him speaking, or the goody part. Interesting. There's either they can all die, I sacrifice myself, or the middle ground thing. I'm gonna go for the middle ground. I wouldn't know what to do, to be honest.
It is. And I did. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the cult of the dragon made its move.
Oh, and of course we failed the religion check. Great. What's that cult of the dragon? Never heard of them.
A religion devoted to conjuring the most evil of goddesses, the dragon Tiamat. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Wyll wants to show you what happened.
Oh, does he now? Alright. Let's look at the memory.
In the looming shadow of the mound, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. The first of Tiamat's 5 heads. As the maelstrom howls, Mizora's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while two devils stood witness. And I said yes. One soul for one city.
Wow. That's great. But was it worth it? Surely Mizora doesn't care about Baldur's Gate. Would you want to save it? You took on 25 cultists on your own. I find that hard to believe, yeah. Yeah. How did he do that? And how was he not much stronger? Whatever. Well, surely Mizora doesn't care about Baldur's Gate. Why would you want to save it?
She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizora's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie.
Sacrificing myself to save the city was a brave thing to do. Bravery and stupidity go hand in hand most of the time. You took on 25 cultists on your own. I find that hard to believe.
I had Mizora at my side, and the archdevil Zariel guided our hands that day. I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 greyed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed.
Is that how you lost your eye in the battle with the cold dragon?
It is. The one scar I ever bore of it. You were right, of course. The new eye is a sending stone, courtesy of Mizora. She uses it to track my location and call from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her.
Alright. What about your father, the Grand Duke?
He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mizora had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word. Go. So I did.
Interesting. Could it be that the old Duke Ravengard had a deal with Mizora as well? Like a little... Yeah. I think there's more than that going on here. It's kind of strange.
I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right.
Well, we'll return to this subject later.
I understand.
Do we have anything else? You must have been furious at your father for throwing you out of the city.
No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst, and Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither.
Interesting. You're too charitable. How are you? I'd never forgiven him. I suppose I can't blame him for calling you its proud horns any second. If I were your father, I'd have killed you on the spot he did you a favor by killing. By exiling you. Okay, so this is for the father. Never forgive him. So either you take one of the two sides, I suppose I can't blame him. Oh, and then, yeah, either you take one side or you just ask him about his father. You miss it.
More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Wyll Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to.
Interesting. What was he before? Was he actually some kind of mage or something? Oh, look at this, Thaniel and Arabella. Those two probably play along right.
Wish we could stay and see what this place will be like without the shadows. I bet it's beautiful. No rest for the wicked, huh?
Money don't grow on trees. Tell me more about your relationship with Gortash. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo.
He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just... it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe and he paid me well. Well enough to move into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future.
Huh.
I respected him, trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. 1 minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
Interesting. You know, the only thing she got is like a heart of fire. Something like that.
You did it. Catherick Thorm is no more. The Shadow's grip is broken. Soon, the land shall heal.
Well, I'm glad I could help. Seems like the sort of feat that might deserve a reward. Yeah, absolutely. But we're also happy to help, right? Let's see if we get anything in return or not.
Not as glad as I am. Nature moves at its own pace and bestows its bounty when it sees fit. Give it time. A reward shall come to you when you need it most.
Well, that sounds fun. The question is just, what reward might it be? And can I wait that long without spoiling myself in the way?
I guess I can take care of myself. I mean, I've gotten this far.
That it. Okay. Anything more from Gale?
I think we've done rather a good thing here. A welcome change to give this land a sliver of hope amongst so much despair.
Right. But nothing in relation to him, though. Oh, yeah, wait a minute. Do those two have anything to say?
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Alright, good. So, a little petty pet. I think they do have a strange aura on their head. There was something weird going on there. I don't know what actually triggers it. There definitely is something happening. Where is the... Ah, over here.
You smell very delicious, but I will not bite you.
And we still have the same dialogue here.
More.
I want to know if that one grows up a little bit taller in the future. It would be quite interesting. So, let's see. Those fellows. And by the way, wait a minute. Where's Withers? That is weird. Okay.
The curse is broken and the shadows are lifting. In time, these lands will heal.
Great.
I'm listening.
No, we're not breaking up. What am I to you? Well, source of her bruises, of course. Okay, nice to celebrate that. Let's see how the rest just gets along. The thing is, and that was it. Okay, the thing is, if you go to change the subject, she turns from happy face to not so happy face. See that? That's amazing. So anyway, I actually thought there was more of a reaction happening there. But let's see. Let's go for Astarion and Shadowheart. Like, Shadowheart is the one most connected to all of the story in here.
Ah, my favorite traveling companion.
Mm-hmm. Sorry about no. Okay, nothing special then. What about Shadowheart?
The shadows are losing their grip on these lands. Shah can indeed be thwarted. Comforting to know. You wanted something?
Yeah. There's some matters I want to discuss. Are there matters?
I'm sorry. It might be best kept until later. I'd be a poor counsel and worse company just now.
Alright. So, let's leave them be and talk to those lovebirds over here.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer.
Wait. Right.
Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selune, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. My mate, most high. Darling Isobel is safe and well. Safe and well, and return to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the wicked one.
Thank you. So, couldn't have done it without you. Well, could we? The Shadow Curse definitely would have been a bit annoying, but alright. I'd have taken gold over prior. Okay, where's the silver light? The moon magic. Yes. But I'm very thankful for her little support.
We are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isobel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it.
Interesting. She has a kind of a Karlach-ish way of behaving. But instead of... yeah, it's kind of the middle ground between Lae'zel and Karlach. She's like extremely battle-hardened, like Lae'zel. And kind of righteous-ish, like the... or good-ish, like Karlach. That's an interesting combination. So, anyway, there's still a great deal about you I don't know. How do you intend to spend your newfound freedom? Well, that's a very good question. Fighting against evil and having a little bit of fun with Isobel.
I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help.
Alright. So, now more about you, though. That's a great deal you can tell me.
Pray, ask, and I will tell.
Uh-huh. Are you really Selenine's daughter?
Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb.
But there's usually 2 to party. Would your mother be willing to aid us in the fight against the TheNefari? How did you come to be trapped in a shadow? Okay. But would your mother be willing to help us a little bit?
Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aylin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together, we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder.
By doing exactly that. Tyranny and murder. For the good of mankind. Now, how did you come to be trapped in the Shadowfell?
Ketheric Thorm, father of my one and only love, enslaver of Dame Aylin. Ketheric Thorm never did trust me, even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by my love for Isobel, by her love for me. When she died, curse the day, the hour, we each of us mourned bitterly. But Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live!
If you're so immortal, then that's not that big of a deal, isn't it? We are very surprised about that, but she's fairly angry. Understandably so, but still. I mean, if she can survive all of that, she would maybe have come to some kind of understanding. Like, if you know that you cannot die, that you always come back somehow, with one exception, and it's a spear, then shouldn't your attitude towards life be a little different? Maybe a little bit more negligible, or maybe more accepting, or something like that. But she's completely in it. It's really weird. Okay, what about Isobel?
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aylin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aylin free. And me.
It's good that you weren't there. I mean, the sight of that would have clearly disturbed her. So, you and Aylin seem to have a lot of history. What happened?
A great deal. But still, some of the details elude me. Ketheric Thorm was my father. He raised me to serve Selune as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selune came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aylin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight?
Certainly. There's magic in a lot.
That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew. She was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aylin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aylin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... and this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped.
Interesting. You become the chosen of Merkel.
I didn't know that then. But I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aylin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. made a shelter there, prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land, my home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them, and myself, no matter what.
Understandable. But the part of her knowing, or not knowing in fact, how she died, that's the most interesting part about it. Huh, understandable. So you lied about who you were. Of course, you has to be a little bit more secretive if you're related to that great a man, Catholic. Right, understandable.
It's all out in the open now, and with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aylin. She needs healing, rest. I'm grateful for your help, your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long, but I'm grateful for a safe place to, well, just to be.
Well, that's actually very good. Now, wait a minute. Aylin.
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
Yeah. You seem to know things about Shadowheart. When will you tell her? Oh, there's even more that we can talk about. That is good.
In due time. Mother Selune will tell me when the time is right. Painful truths should be handled with some decorum.
Painful? Uh-huh.
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
Right. How do you intend to spend your newfound freedom? Yeah, we got this one. I should join the camp permanently. We can fight the powers of evil together. I have questions for you, yes.
Pray, ask, and I will tell.
Would your mother be willing to aid us in the fight against the TheNefari? Well, she does.
Begone, friend.
So,
I have a darling to adore.
how do you intend to spend it? You know. Wait a minute. Did we already ask her that?
I am free from my bonds.
That free arisen.
You
Again,
must face them.
we need my help. Okay,
I will
and
help.
yeah, permanently. Yes.
Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the chosen of Bane and Baal. I will do my part to see them laid low.
Right. So much so to that, but
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest. It's been a long century.
right. I mean, she slept a long time already. No need to sleep now. Nah. Okay, Shadowheart. Does she have?
You wanted something?
I think she.
I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, she doesn't want to really talk about it. So, now that we've done a little bit of down over here, let's do a long rest for reals this time. So, let's see. Anyone else? Okay, so we can talk to Dame Aylin. Actually, what we have to do before we go into another act is make multiple long rests, and then we can make sure that there are no exclamation marks on the characters, because there's always one that you can talk to each long rest. It's kind of fixed almost. It's very interesting. So, but yeah, what about her? Does she have to say?
You wanted something? I'm sorry.
Okay, there's still nothing here, so consider that. So the only thing that we need to do now is do long. And Withers is back. Okay.
What do you know about me? You spoke of my past, being chased by wolves. I told no one about that. Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget.
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shaz.
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to 2 others, someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed.
Okay, open your mind to that sensation.
Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere. Something sparks in your memory. Teachings about Selunite rites of passage, about how they would abandon their children out in the wilds and force them to find their way home. It seems that one child never came back. She was taken.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them.
Huh. Right. A few seconds ago, she was an orphan, and now she needs to save her parents. Doesn't know anything about them, just that they are alive, right? All of a sudden, does she even know where they are? They could be all over the world right now. Perhaps this isn't a good idea. I'll help, sure. We've got other concerns. Also, does this mean you're a Selune? Yeah. But we are definitely going to help her with that.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come, but not yet forearmed.
Oh, spare a note. I thought that was cast into the Shadowfell. Okay, we could also just observe silently and let her have her little moment.
The spear. How do you have it? I threw it into the Shadowfell.
Shar is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. But I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shar calls her own, Selune has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Shar torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
Whoa. Tricky. Wait a minute. Did she get that? Yeah, she got it. The Selune Spear of Light. Selune's Blessing. You gain advantage on Wisdom saving throws and Perception check. Dark Vision. To see 12 meters in the dark. Yeah, that's good. What else we got? We got the moonbeam, and the thing is, this weapon is a +3 enchantment. That's actually pretty cool. And it's also versatile. That's pretty sweet. So what does the moonbeam do? 3d10 radiant damage for 10 turns. Cool down a beam. You can use an action to move the beam 18 meters, so that's nice. A movable AoE. That's sweet. So Selune Spear of Night. Awesome. What else we got with this one? The Maiming Strike and the Rush Attack. Alright. Alright. So what's this one? Mistra Blessing. How often do we use Bless on her though? That's the question. How often do we use Bless? I do not know. But when it comes to outfit choices, I have to say that the shield is actually a good fit for her. Not quite sure if I should give her the Spear on Night, or if she could keep the Arcane Blessing thing, or if that stuff should be something more for Gale or something, because of the whole Mistra thing. But let's see. Yeah, let's just let it deal a bit more damage. But the thing is, it's yeah, it does not help her deal much more damage. Must grant her additional 1d4 to saving throws and weapon attack rolls. The thing about this one is the attack bonus gets higher for the weapon, which is okay. So it's a +8. That one on the other hand is just a +5, so hitting enemies with that weapon isn't that good. The damage itself is a little weird. That one is better. But could there be someone else that could benefit from Selune's Spear at Night much more? I think so. Let's see. Let's just move this one to Lae'zel and have a little look around on the damage. So we got like 1d10 +6. And this is, 1d8 +2. Let's just click on her. 8 to 15 damage. No. If you go to Karlach, how would that one go? 9 to 22 because of the additional fire thing. Yep, it would deal the same kind of damage. It's just kind of interesting that Lae'zel deals more damage with the Halberd of Vigilance. Okay, yeah, because it has like higher damage altogether. Okay, wait a minute. Let's just test this out. 8 to 15. 11, 8, 15. 10, 7, 16. It's not that much difference. Oh no, wait. The damage doesn't really add up to properly. The bonus damage isn't added onto it. That's why. Interesting. The thing is, this weapon up here, wait, this is also versatile. Could we give her like 2 Yeah, it's not light. That's why we can't use it. Okay. It works with a shield, but it doesn't work that way. So we're gonna give it to... back to Shadowheart. Yeah. This is not it. And... let's do that one. The stuff of Arcane Blessing. I'm going to move that in here. Now, yeah, actually what I need to do is I have to go through my equipment bag and take out all the items that are somewhat interesting for yeah, that I find interesting, and put them in another bag with all of the interesting items, so that then I can just sort them from the interesting bag into the even more interesting bag, so that I know exactly where all of the good stuff is. I really have to sort through those items that I have. I found too many. Okay, so Mistress Blessing. What do we do with that one? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Don't know. not quite sure. I also don't know what to do with Jaira. We can't really resurrect her, and she's not part of the team, so there's also a little bit of an issue there. Wait a minute, is this light? It's just versatile. What would happen if I were to get a light weapon? I need something legendary or whatever that is somewhat light, so that I can deal tons of damage. Maybe the dagger could deal a ton of damage here too. Look at that. 9, 6, and 11. Right. Yeah. When it comes to melee damage, you pretty much do nothing, and it's just the Lathander's light that blinds enemies. That's cool. Fiends and undead stand in the light are blinded. Unless when your hit points are reduced to 0, you gain Sunbeam. And Sunbeam is a really cool spell as well. Enchantment? No. No, it does not. I don't know why, but somehow the weapon enchantment plus so and so many points, I thought it had some interference on some interaction with the ranged weapons there as well. I don't know. Maybe in a few patches before they kind of fixed the system. Or maybe it was just the armor class that I was really keen on. That could also be a thing. So what about this one? Yeah, he's all about the electricity. That's the whole idea. It's lightning Gale. And yeah. Wyll needs some love now. Poor fellow. Didn't even get a little bit of equipment. And wait, Halsin has also gone. Halsin is gone. Okay. Well, that's great. He just and she's not coming back. Wait, I think this is where Halsin could have been. Either Halsin is here.
Alright.
And we just can't see him. Or
don't waste a step.
Halsin comes back later. Maybe he just comes back later. Who knows? So does Withers have anything to say?
Discussion.
Fate, dost thou require a new
well, no. And we're also not going to reskill. We think about it a lot, so there's no real reason to it. So let's do a long rest. And auto select, go. Right. Anything else? Halsin isn't back. Okay. Well, he's staying. Oh no! Wait a minute. Look at this. Shadowheart has more to say now. Now look at that.
I've been lied to. My whole life. And I was gullible enough to just believe it. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me. I suggest Shah may have had her reasons. Yeah. You've been forced to live a lie. At least now the truth is starting to reveal itself. You have a lot on your mind, but you have to stay focused. The Absolute is still a threat. What if all Shah devotees were previous Selunites? And this is the whole idea, the whole not knowing who they are and darkness kind of thing. The dichotomy, so to speak. It's just the same thing as Selune. And Shah can't really work. Yeah, and maybe this is just how it works. You can only follow Shah if you were a Selunite before. That would be an interesting way of working out. Forced to live a lie, at least that truth there. You have a lot on your mind, but you have to stay focused. The Absolute still okay. But there's just Shah may have had her reasons. That is definitely an interesting one there. She probably does not approve of that. Not if you enjoy having your head attached to your neck. She stole my family from me. She stole my life. Whatever reason she has isn't good enough. We'd better press on for now, and hope we're ready when the moment comes. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to.
Uh-huh. And what's that? Whatever you need. Okay, I should have considered. Okay, and what is that?
You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
Uh-huh. Okay, that's an interesting one. Do you have anything else to say?
Fine. What's on your mind?
Okay. How am I holding up?
Does it even need to be asked? We're beyond me merely liking you. I think I'm a different person, owing to you.
Huh. Okay, that's an interesting choice of words. Well, let's go to other matters. So to that. Good. Also, let's just leave camp right now. Kind of confused where Hausen is. We are at the rooftops right now, so let's just quickly get down there. They were usually waiting in the throne room. Throne room. There. Let's get down there. It's so annoying that you cannot jump down here again. I wanted to know what more, like, yeah, what other information you could get out of those brains in a jar. So before you get down there, make sure that you have all of those brain jar thingies with you. The green ones. Oh, performing the power.
Oh, I hope I find a bard in the city. The kids would love a little show. I'm sure of it.
Wait, was there another one? Heidi.
Mole's probably already at Baldur's Gate. She'll tell you where to stick that eye patch when you get there.
Up me arse, probably. So, let's see, where's Hausen? Hausen's over here. Not in camp, which is weird.
I swear, I can already feel a change in the air. Like the curse itself knows its time is short.
What's it like in there? In the curse?
Interesting. But where's Damen, by the way? Where are all the tieflings? They're just gone. Maybe a long rest kind of fixes that? They aren't here anymore. Okay, yeah, they're all gone. That's just great. So then, back to camp and back to doing long rests until we're all satisfied. So, what about that one? Why is there blood? Oh, no, I know. I fought Lae'zel in here. And I got knocked out cold. Yeah. I knew it. I knew something was weird about this area. So, did I have to say anything else?
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
Newfound freedom, yada yada yada. Some more questions. Oh no, wait a minute. We know.
Begone, friend. Pray, ask.
We know if Shadowheart's passed, will aid us. Okay, so all of this is pretty much normal now. I really want to know how Isobel died, though. That will be quite interesting. So, let's end the day. You have enough camp supplies to restore full health, da 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 da, if you long rest. But I don't need to. Yes, but we are not going to choose to spend all of this at once. Karlach has nothing to say. Okay. Maybe we... what about Gale? Oh no, wait, you can... You can just walk past here. I thought you had to jump across it all the time.
At least Shadowheart is armed with the truth now. May its keen edge draw forth whatever vengeance she desires.
Let's hope she doesn't desire vengeance. It's definitely not what it's good for. Join me, why don't you? There's plenty of adventure to be had. Yes, but no.
Taken from the light to be raised in darkness. Your truth is finally dawning, Shadowheart. You can follow its light, or you can retreat back into dusk. The truth is finally dawning. Shadowheart can follow its light, or she can retreat back into dusk.
Yeah. Interesting comment. I still want to know how long it takes until Thaniel gives us the reward. Well, he said nature, right?
Your path leads away from me, I sense.
Mm-hmm.
Be safe. Perhaps one day you will see the fruits that your victory has sown here.
Yeah. One day.
Almost pleasant traveling with company, if you ignore all the less pleasant aspects.
Less pleasant? You mean like always sleeping out in the open and freezing your ass off?
Fine. What's on your mind?
I think there's nothing here. So, and yeah, you also need to scratch those two, because then at the following morning they will probably get some items. I think this is how that works.
So, it's a quest to free Shadowheart's parents, is it?
Mm-hmm.
And here I was, worried I'd be the only one with a difficult family reunion waiting in the city.
Yeah. There's a... A lot of them have family issues. Familiar issues. Yeah, if you think about it, all of this stuff is family related. Duke Ravengard and Wyll, the demon stuff, right? That is also somewhat family related. Sure, it's him trying to free, well, not free, save the people. But in the end, it was also connected to his father. It could have been without him interfering or whatever, but it did. Astarion, also his vampire father in a way. Also some family issues. Shaw, of course, direct parents. Gale, on the other hand, in a way, it's also a mother thing in this way, because yeah, he's kind of in love with magic and all of this. But in this case, the goddess Mystra just gives magic away, in a way. You could also think of this as a more partner love relationship, just a pure love relationship. Maybe this is also a thing. And who else we got? We got Karlach, who was betrayed by Gortash. I don't know if there was an actual relationship there, but she was guarding him, so there could also be some kind of familiar issue there. But it's always something, well, it's always something personal, at least, if not always a familiar issue. And then the gift mother and Lae'zel, right? That's also somewhat family related, if you think about it. So, but you're biting me. You can feed me tonight. Nope. And hoot. Pet the cup. And this is how it sounds if you are not capable of talking with a... actually, I don't know if they have any new information for us or not, because I don't have an exclamation mark on it. And there's Karlach. I would say blazing in the sun, but this is not true. So...
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Well, let's pet him as well. And then, once we finish that long rest, there should be an item in their mouth. I think. So, righty. One more to talk.
Poor Shadowheart.
She's been jerked around so much. I want to believe the gods keep this world balanced, but sometimes I wonder.
You just say no. She's a very, very good bodyguard.
Shadowheart was no true child of Shah, merely a captive. She must have her vengeance.
That's she. Interesting. Let's see. Let's do a partial rest. You will not use camp supplies, but your hit points and specials will only restore up to the half. Yes. And you won't gain any short rests, but I don't need to. Yeah, what happens if you do this? Do you lose short rests or not? Okay, yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh. That looks different. Where's you got that hair color from now? Oh, look at this. What did I say? You have to pet Scratch if you are in common clothing.
The dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched between his teeth.
Yay.
He gives in and surrenders his find to you.
Hey, we got a rope. That is perfect. I don't know what else. Actually, do we...
Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.
I don't know what could use those standard items on. Like, you could use them for crafting. Yeah, we got the rope. That is just perfect. Now I can't carry that much, which is definitely not good. So, let's see. That one goes up here. Does Shadowheart have any strange buffs on her? Let's just check something. Acolyte. Beep, 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 beep. Destroy undead. Yeah. When you successfully turn an undead creature, it also takes 4 to 24 radiant damage. Oh ho. Huh. That's interesting. Now she does radiant damage all of a sudden. We can cast Divine Intervention during what? Yeah, we got that much. Elemental Infusion, sure. Selune's Blessing. Ah! No, wait. You gain advantage on Wisdom saving throws and perception checks. Blessing of Selune. This is something different. No, wait. Yeah, this is from the weapon. Okay, is there anything else here? Shah's Ombre. So she gets the bonuses of Shah and Selune both at the same time. It's actually quite interesting. So, anyone else we could talk to? Those two not so much. But yeah, let's just talk to Shadowheart.
Be honest. What do you think of the new look?
Well, if it helps you put the past behind you, I'm all for it. Love it.
Well, I'm glad someone does. Perhaps I'll get used to it. I have a lot to get used to right now.
Right. Any more background stuff?
Fine. What's on your mind?
Uh-huh.
How are you holding up? Don't be so modest. I can't remember the last time I met someone like you. Perhaps I never did. And never will again.
Aww. Too bad we are already in cahoots with Lae'zel. Now, time for another long rest. Oh wait. Bollocks. I have to do this. What if we do a long rest right here? Okay, wait, we have to go to camp and do a long rest. Okay. Oh no, wait a minute. Any other characters we can talk to? No. You always have to check. So, let's see. Another long rest, sure. Long rests all over the place. And can we talk to some? That would be great.
Scratch's tail wags enthusiast. Scratch's
Okay.
tongue lolls out.
Let's figure that out. And just to make it all even. Hoot, hoot. Alright. Really have to completely do that. So do they have something to say otherwise?
Something is different about Shadowheart.
Oh.
New facial creases, perhaps. A fresh battle scar I hadn't noticed. Bah, it eludes me.
Really? You're colorblind. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. It eludes me.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey.
Right.
We have a new look for a new Shadowheart. Nice as it is, she still doesn't have the best hair in the camp.
Right. Kind of makes sense. Maybe he helped out. He gave her a few tricks.
Fate, dost thou require
on how to make the hair so shiny white. Shiny whitey. So, let's see. And Karlach. Anything to say about the new look?
Gods, Shadowheart looks like a stack of gold. Never thought I could get so excited about someone's forehead, but here we are.
Right. Someone's forehead. Wait, forehead? There is nothing on her forehead. Wait. Actually, she would have a helmet on. Wait. Usually, this one right here is that circle of Shah. I don't know if she would change it to a circlet of Selune instead. And what about those two? Do they notice?
There's no more radiant sight than that of someone who's learned to love themselves anew. Shadowed in name, but no longer in spirit. It suits her.
Love Shadowheart's new look. Softer, less severe. It suits her.
Right. Did the hairstyle also change? Don't think so. Just the color.
Be gone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest. It's been a long century.
Right. So, anyway, we did pant the pants. Time to get ourselves a partial rest up and going. And then afterwards, we should end up with some items given to us by the doggy. Or not. Yep, or not it is. Thing is, if you click on long rest... Or did I click on the wrong one? Maybe I just clicked on the wrong one. Okay. Let's try that again. Yeah, you get... You... Oh, why does long rest kick you out of the camp if you click on it again? That's strange. Like, there's a leave camp button. There's no need to have the same functionality on two buttons instead. It's kind of strange. Okay, now, anything else? Anything else? Let's just talk with Karlach first.
Soldier.
Right. Okay, this is just a standard behavior. I think that is pretty much it, isn't it? Actually, I thought that Mizora would appear at least. Anger will a little
Hello,
bit.
my dear.
Yes. I have something to say? No. Probably not.
Almost pleasant traveling with company. If you ignore all the less pleasant
Aspects, sure. And we got that much.
Speak your mind. I'm listening.
Okay. Not much there. So then, let's do a partial rest then. Or do you have to do a full rest in order to trigger that? No. I don't know if you have to use a real long rest or not in order to trigger things like that. That is a really good question. Okay. If we go to long rest right now, can we... Do we go in the camp directly? Yes, okay. So it's instant common clothing?
Hey, soldier.
Right. No, nothing. Okay. Do you have to use camp supplies in order to continue forward? Or can you do partial rests? Partial rest. Be free. Companion story. Long rest, partial rest. Not only is there no time limit, I was missing story cutscenes and companion conversations. It's up here to find a balance. Not only is there no time limit, but it's up to you to find a balance, and so on and so forth. Partial rest will also trigger the cutscenes, and yes, you are right in that you should be long resting or partial resting as much as possible to trigger important quests and companion scenes. You can miss out romance options and so on. Okay. Okay, so there are some time-sensitive missions, but I think I already got them handled. So that's that. So I got myself a long rest where nothing happened. Which means I'm just doing one more long rest just to be sure. I don't know if they actually queue up. And every long... Oh no, no wait. Okay, it's just the standard stuff. And I didn't even pet the dog. Interesting.
A small bag he gives in
An arm bow! Look at that!
Scratch's tongue lolls out happily.
It could be every second long rest or so where you get that. Like, I really want to figure out how the system works for pets bringing you items. How does that work? How does it calculate itself? So there's nothing for those two. Dame Aylin, of course, always staying in camp. Now then, let's just be sure that we really have no queued up events happening. And we are still steeped in bliss, seized by great joy. Good, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Okay. Now let's just, to be 100% sure, talk to Thaniel, but I think he has the same reaction as always.
Your path leads away from me, I sense. Be safe.
Yeah, perhaps one day you will see the fruit of your victory. Perhaps. Perhaps not. No one knows. So, right. No cutscenes happening, which means we are now done with the second act and continue to go to Baldur's Gate. Perfect. In, guess what? The next episode. But what I have to do now is... Oh, wait. I have to do some buffs so that everybody does that.
Good to be alive.
Aspect of Elgus already active. That's good. Permanent. You just click on it and poof. It's active. And it stays active, which is very interesting.
Action, not reaction.
Not like all of the other abilities.
What a day.
Oh, no, wait. I have to talk to animals, right? Where's the talk to animals? Go. Then we're also talking to animals on the server. Then I have to do that. And there you go. So, anything on Lae'zel though? Does she need any bonuses? Nope. No, we good. What about him? Oh, because we changed our equipment a little bit. That's why the abilities had this little marker that they were new. Makes sense. Yes, okay. He got the good stuff on him. That's perfect. So, we don't need to go to Last Light Inn anymore. I have to go to Baldur's Gate and from there...
Be forgotten. Thanks to us.
And from there we have to get across that bridge. Oh, look at this. The army is gone. Thank goodness. Beforehand we would have gotten annihilated. So, and as I said, before we continue, we're going to end this episode, which was all about long rests and some last story-related things. Which is alright. And I really need to do something about Lae'zel having that little health.
Eager for battle.
She has a like psychic vulnerability, which comes from this is definitely not it. Proof combat. Something bliss. Where do we even see that? Should be an effect on them. Somehow we don't really see that. Ah, no, wait. There are conditions. Yeah. Steeped in bliss. That's the one. Nice. Entity is also vulnerable to psychic damage, which is not a good thing. Entity has advantage on physical checks and disadvantage on mental saving throws. Not only does she have disadvantage on mental saving throws, she also has little mental stats. Wisdom got reduced by 2, intelligence got reduced by 2. I have to feed her one of those tadpoles, but I don't wanna. That's the thing. And 2 points on constitution would give her a little bit of stats back, at least. That would be neat. The only thing that she didn't get a reduction in is... where do we usually see that? Yeah, strength. Strength's the only stat that still works. Oh, constitution. Oh, this is just so mean.
I'd love to, thanks.
Can't give up now.
What about our stats? 17. We definitely need another item in order to improve this a bit. I really need to do something about my carrying capacity. There's no way for me to actually figure that out. No way for me to sort that.
Careful, I bite.
He's like 20 dexterity. That's ridiculous. It should be tons of damage. Tons of damage, I say. Tons. Alright. As I said before, we're gonna end this episode. Until next time, like and subscribe and ta-ta.